Cliff Walk at Pourville by Claude Monet. Claude Monet's Cliff Walk at Pourville is a piece from the impressionist movement of the late 1800s. This is a noteworthy painting that uses elements of design, like color and texture, to present its subject matter. This work can be examined with multiple theories to identify its merit. Cliff Walk at Pourville is in the Art Institute of Chicago. It was made in 1882 and its materials are oil on canvas. The size is 66.5 centimeters by 82.3 centimeters. This painting is abstract representation in 2D form. In the painting, two women are seen walking along a cliff. The wind blows the grass around them, and the sea behind them is moving with the wind. White sailboats are on the water. The colors in this contemporary piece are bright, depicting a sunny day. During this time, there was an economic recession that seriously affected Monet's sales. He was in Pourville to paint. At first glance, my eyes go directly to the women. Then my eyes follow the gaze of the women to the boats. The boats appear to be traveling to the right-hand side of the painting. My eyes travel with the boats, and I see the dark cliff. There is an implied line from the dark cliff on the right to the bottom left-hand corner. The texture in this piece enhances it. You can see the brush strokes and how they convey motion. This is displayed in the water, grass, and the clothes of the women. This work is asymmetrical. Balance comes from the drastically different landscapes on the left versus the right and the top versus the bottom. Variety comes from the different colored plants and waves. There is repetition in the colors and brush strokes, as well as similar shapes like boats and waves. I believe that Monet painted this piece to commemorate a beautiful moment in his life. Maybe he wanted to be able to look back and remember his time in Pourville, or maybe he wanted to share the beauty he experienced there with the rest of the world. Monet was in a domestic arrangement with Alice Hochet and wrote her letters about the fishing village of Pourville. Alice and her daughters later visited him there. It is believed that the women in the painting are her two daughters. He would later marry Alice. The title of the painting implies leisure and relaxation. Much of the Impressionist movement depicted relaxing and quiet moments in time. This painting contributed to that. The unity in this piece is the texture. The variety is the different directions and sizes of the brushstrokes. They tie together and balance each other out. The unity creates a sense of calm amidst the windy day on the cliffs. This adds to the overall feeling of leisure. The emphasis is on the women. They are relatively close to the center and are the only people in the painting. The subordination is on the ocean and the sailboats in the background. They create variety in the scenery but are not the main subjects of the eye. This makes the piece interesting to the eye. Directional force makes your eyes go first to the women and then to the sailboats. The outcropping of rock draws your eyes to the figures on it. There is repetition in the color of this painting. We can see white in the waves, in the women's dresses, in the clouds, and in the sailboats. There is also green in the sea and the grass. The repetition ties it all together. There is rhythm in the brush strokes that gives everything the effect of movement. This helps you to feel as if you are actually there with the women. There is contrast in the large landmass in the bottom half of the painting. There is no large shapes in the top half. There is balance in the colors. There are light and dark colors, intense and washed out colors, and warm and cold colors. The proportions are accurate. The scale is a bit wrong, and I think this was intentional to create more emphasis on the two women. If they had been smaller, they may have been easier to overlook. This gives them importance that I believe can be tied to his familial bond with them. Formal theory. Using this theory, one can see that this piece is very pleasing to the eye, and each element contributes beautifully to the whole. The color, texture, lines, forms, and value all make the work better, and without them, it would not be the masterpiece it is. It is beautiful, and depending on your taste, it can bring out sensations of joy. It does not make you overwhelmed with emotion. It gives you just the right amount. Contextualism. The Impressionist movement broke standards. It showed people that art can be beautiful without being traditional. It aided to introduce the idea that different isn't bad to Monet's society. Impressionism was rebellious. It helped get rid of the idea that there is only one way to do art. The economy was struggling at the time this was painted. This painting could have inspired people to work towards a better future when they were reminded of all the beauty of this world. Expressive theory. If someone in poverty saw this painting in 1882, I'm sure it would make them cry. There is leisure, relaxed aura surrounding this piece. It would feel like a blow to the face if you did not have the privilege of living a life with opportunities like this. There is so much beauty in this world. It is painful to be taunted with magnificence we cannot experience. This painting forces you to see the beauty of Impressionism and nature. I think that formal theory is the best way to evaluate Cliff Walk at Pourville. Upon examination, it is pleasing to the eye, expresses elements of and principles of design thoroughly, and it does not evoke deep emotion at face value. While this piece could potentially have political meaning or a deeper cause, its most potent aspects are its design and surface beauty. Monet's Cliff Walk at Pourville is a captivating painting. It contributed to the revolutionary Impressionist movement. This work uses principles of design to create a piece that is pleasing to the eye while also achieving potency. Its value can be determined with multiple theories. And this is an image of Claude Monet. These are my citations.